No intro today, folks. Let's get straight into this. Had to ask, are you ready for Stellar Blade? I have played the demo. I'm gonna be ready for it.
Let's look at the contrast between the Western studios and the Eastern studios to start this analysis off. First of all, I want to take a look at this news here that People Can Fly is canceling some games. We just keep on hearing that these studios are doing this in the West. You may recall that EA canceled that Black Panther game the other day as an example and killed the studio that was working on it. But anyhow, this article here is from Video Games Chronicle. It says here, Project Gemini, an unannounced game which was set to be published by Square Enix, along with a separate unannounced VR game referred to as Project Bifrost, have both been cancelled. People Can Fly reportedly laid off over 30 developers working on the unannounced Square Enix game last January. And now, depending on which source you believe as to their total number of employees, that number of people laid off at People Can Fly likely ends up being somewhere between 5 and 10% of their total workforce. That must really sting. The suspension of the Gemini project is a consequence of the fact that the publisher has not presented us with a draft of the subsequent content rider to the publishing agreement covering the terms and conditions of further milestones on Project Gemini and the lack of communication from the publisher as to its willingness to continue or terminate the Gemini project, said the CEO. Project Bifrost was suspended due to the above and the analysis of the group's cash flow, which showed a lack of prospects for securing organizational resources and funds necessary to continue the production and release of the project. Translation: no publisher wants to work with People Can Fly on their games. These are dead projects, and considering the state of the industry in the past few years, I would speculate that these games were probably live service slop.
That could be a possibility, though. Think about that for a sec. Sony is still trying to push this whole live service thing. At first, they think that live service is still a thing. The problem is, Sony forgot to see Black Myth Wukong's success. Black Myth Wukong, despite being single player, is still rocking in numbers. I think the problem is, how am I supposed to say this? Sony is looking this the wrong way. Here's the thing, Sony. Doesn't matter whether it's single player or live service. If you give gamers the value they deserve, guess what? Gamers will purchase your game en masse. Whether it's single player or live service, whether it's premium price or free to play, you have to give incentive, or perhaps you have to give gamers incentive for them to buy your game. Don't just say, if you don't like it, don't buy it, or perhaps if you're a real fan, you will make it happen. That's not how it works, genius. This is why many games made in the East, they just make good games and let the market chooses. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Characters that gamers don't want to play as, but who knows. Meanwhile, in the East, things are going fairly swimmingly, all things considered. Stellar Blade has reportedly had the region lock on their game eliminated on PC, which is damn good news. We have talked about how Sony, as the publisher, was likely the culprit, the main culprit anyhow, behind the region lock, since the countries who couldn't play the game largely coincided with a list of countries where PlayStation Network accounts are banned. Sony has been on a bit of a self-sabotaging spree, but Shift Up, and this is why they have become so popular so quickly, but Shift Up listened to the fans and pleaded to have this eliminated, this region lock. You may recall this post on X from the official Stellar Blade account a few weeks back, where it said, "We are closely discussing the region lock issue with the publisher and are doing our best to resolve most of it as soon as possible." Well, it appears to have worked, and the sales for Stellar Blade have shot up. We are damn near 2 weeks away from release, and as of the time of this recording, the game is sitting at the number 3 spot on the Steam top sellers list. Of course, they could be at the top spot right about now if they would do something about the de novo in the game. Well, maybe not the top spot, since Elden Ring Night Rain just dropped, and that game is absolutely crushing it, but Stellar Blade could be sitting at number 2 right now, I'd be willing to bet, if they removed the de novo. There are a ton of people out there who refuse to buy this game on PC, and I completely agree and understand, mind you, but they won't touch it because de novo is included.
That's right, I won't touch it. I still have the PS5 version with me right now, and still playing it on New Game Plus. Don't worry, I'll leave the full video link in the description. Listen, Shift Up, if you remove de novo, I guarantee you'll get more player count than Black Myth Wukong. I guarantee you, 100%. Remove de novo. Yes, even though you say that it doesn't affect performance, if you remove de novo, everyone will buy your game on PC en masse. Trust me, Shift Up, it will work. I'm so hyped up, I had to ask, how come de novo is still active? Who in their right mind goes to de novo for piracy protection? I had to ask you guys, genuinely, don't these people or the developers thought that or think twice that de novo doesn't protect piracy but encourages piracy? I already played the demo, and the demo, I'm certain some of you have played it. It reaches the first boss, defeated it, and after that, that's it. Because it's about 44 minutes, that's what you expect from demos. But I'm pretty much certain that I think I got all the treasures. I could be missing some. Once I got the PC port of Stellar Blade, I'll try to go for 100%. Finish all the side quests. Here's how I do it. Before I finish any main quests, I will finish the side quests and then finish the main quest. Now, for the record, yes, I do blame Sony, but honestly, I think Sony's doing this. Their priority is on the live service. They don't want this game to succeed. That's my opinion, but that could be me only. I could be wrong on that one. I have to ask, how many players do you think Stellar Blade PC port is going to gain? And since the massive success of the PS5 version, I would assume it could be a match from either Black Myth Wukong or Monster Hunter Wilds. So here's the poll. How many player count is Stellar Blade will gain when it launches in a week? Put your numbers in the comments.
Adam, do you meet Airborne Squad members from the colony often?
No, not really. Yesterday I just happened to be around the area. I've never seen such a large-scale airborne operation.
Why did you save me?
I'm not really sure. It just felt right. Like I was meant to. It's hard to describe. It's just a short and intense feeling.
Leave a like and subscribe if you want woke or anti-woke detected, or you just want to see me play games, or perhaps you like trending topic. Visit my second, third, and fourth channel up here or link in the description.